The back gate.
Why are you filming the back gate?
So I just have an interest.
You have an interest in what?
The police station.
Okay, what sort of interest?
A public interest.
A public interest,
Yes.
okay.
Would you mind identifying, please?
I'm PC Door, Charlie Delta 911.
Okay.
From Lewis Police Station.
Can I help you with anything?
You're sitting in a public place, but I need to understand your motivations in filming a police station.
Okay.
You'll see there's obviously a security concern there, isn't there?
Right.
Of people filming police stations.
What sort of security concern?
Well, I'm sure you can work that out for yourself, can't you?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Would you care to explain?
Well, you say me you got an interest in the back gate of the police station.
Yeah.
So what is that interest?
It's a public interest.
In what way?
The public are interested.
The public interested in the back gate of the police station?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Today we are going to break down a moment that starts calm but quickly turns tense. An auditor stands in a public place, filming a police station, completely legal, yet instantly draws attention. The officer's tone is polite but probing, and the real hook lands when identification is requested without any crime committed. This opening sets the entire tone. A simple act of filming quietly transforms into suspicion, and you can already feel a bigger clash brewing beneath the surface.
You ain't got any ID on you at all?
No, sir. Why would I need to provide ID? Am I committing an offence?
Oh, potentially, yeah.
What offence might that be?
There are offences under the Terrorism Act.
Right. I don't see how.
Called like hostile reconnaissance.
Do you believe that this is hostile reconnaissance?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to establish that, aren't I?
Well, you need to be pretty assured and confident that this is hostile reconnaissance before you start.
I'm investigating that, aren't I? That's why I'm asking you questions.
Would somebody that would be doing hostile reconnaissance film a police station in broad daylight?
Buckle up, guys, because this is where things escalate fast. What began as casual questioning suddenly shifts into talk of hostile reconnaissance, essentially hinting at terrorism. That's a massive leap. The auditor fires back with logic. Why would anyone with bad intent film openly in daylight? It's a sharp, grounded response, but the officer sticks to the suspicion. This moment shows how quickly ordinary situations can spiral when vague security concerns enter the conversation.
I'm a member of the public, like saying things like hostile reconnaissance is a bit...
You are a member of the public, and
it's a bit far-fetched, officer. Like, I'm here conducting a lawful activity. As you mentioned, I'm in a public place, so to be saying such things is a bit distasteful.
Well, it's not distasteful. I'm just doing my job, aren't I?
Well, I'm here recording from a public place.
Yeah,
you don't really have any jurisdiction.
I'm not saying you're in a public place, okay? But I'm just trying to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. That's quite reasonable, isn't it?
Rest assured, it's not hostile reconnaissance. Do you think that this is a valuable valuable target for those that would want to do hostile reconnaissance?
Could be, couldn't it?
I don't agree.
Okay. So why won't you give any details?
I'm not obliged to give details. I don't just give my details to strangers. Unless you suspect me of committing an offence, I see no reason as to why I should hand over the details.
As I explained to you,
yeah,
I'm trying to work out what exactly your motivation is here.
There's no ill intent.
Okay, you're telling me that. I'd like to know who you are.
Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you who I am.
It makes it a little bit more suspicious then.
Not really. I'm a member of the public. I don't just have to hand over details because you say so. Come on, like, that's not how these things work.
Well, so I'm just trying to establish.
All right. Now we're stepping into the real battle of rights versus authority. The officer keeps pushing for identification, while the auditor calmly refuses, standing firm on the law. What makes this moment powerful is the shift in narrative. Refusal to comply starts getting framed as suspicious behavior. It's no longer about what he's doing, but what he's not doing. This is where the tension thickens, and both sides clearly stop backing down.
I don't carry ID.
But you can tell me who you are.
I'm not going to. So how do we proceed?
It's difficult, doesn't it?
Not really. Like, I'm not committing an offence.
it's raised alarms. You hear recording the police station has raised alarms, which is what's called us out here. So obviously people are concerned that you're recording a police station, which is why we're here, which is why we're trying to find out what your intent is and who you are.
Okay, what could I possibly do with this footage of the police station?
We don't know. A number of things happen in the world, don't they? So if we get called to a call that's a suspicious alarm, which is you recording a police station, which doesn't happen quite often.
Right.
So now my colleague's trying to ask your name so we can just clarify who you are. Because we don't know who you are. You could be known to us for a number of reasons. We might not be known to us. But we just need to work out who you are. But you're refusing to tell us your details.
That's right. I don't see how this is suspicious. But what?
We've been alerted to you recording the police station because someone's deemed it suspicious.
Would you mind identifying yourself?
Yeah, PC Captain. I work at a loose police station.
All right.
Buckle up, because now the pressure is building. The officers bring in outside justification, claims that alarms were raised and people were concerned. It adds weight to their stance, but the auditor counters with a simple question. What harm can filming actually do? The exchange becomes more layered, less about facts and more about perception. You can see how suspicion is being constructed piece by piece, even though the activity itself hasn't changed.
I can't speak on behalf of the public, I'm just here to film.
So you do not see why that's a bit suspicious for us?
I don't think so, no. I feel like someone that would have...
recording a security building.
Is it not a secure building?
Yes, it's a security covered.
So what could I possibly do with my camera?
Do we?
Well, if you don't know, then...
It's not what you can and can't do with your camera, it's what you can do with that recording.
What could I...
It gets passed on to you. My colleagues already explained to you.
This can all be seen on Google Earth, though. If I had those sort of intentions, then I wouldn't be giving you ample opportunity to come and engage me. Hypothetically, someone that would have those intentions would probably go on Google Earth.
We don't know that, do we?
Well, logic would dictate that.
Not necessarily.
This is very overt in front of your face.
Yeah.
You know, I've explained I'm filming from a public place for matters of...
And we've explained our concerns, which is why we...
What are your concerns?
The fact that you're recording a police station. We don't know why. All you're telling me is a public interest, but interest for what reasons?
People want to know how their tax money is being spent, upkeep of the building. The taxpayer pays for the police service, for the building.
Yeah.
So any member of the public has an obligation to come and film from public. I don't appreciate, things such as hostile reconnaissance and stuff.
That's just concerns that we have if members of the public or someone has alerted us to...
All right. This is where the conversation turns into a loop that goes nowhere. Every answer the auditor gives gets flipped back into suspicion. He argues with logic. Google Earth already shows more detail, his being open, transparent, but none of it satisfies the officers. This is the peak of verbal tension, where reasoning collides with assumption. It becomes clear that no explanation will resolve this, and that's what makes this part so gripping.
Am I free to go?
My colleague's just talking with our supervisor, but I don't know what they're talking about.
So am I free to go?
Well, I haven't been engaging with you, mainly my colleague has. He's wanted to know your details, so if you're refusing to give us your details...
Yeah, I am.
So what are you going to do with the rest of your day?
Whatever I choose. Do I need to account for what I'm going to do?
Of course you don't, but
all right.
The likelihood is if you come back and record the police station, we will come out and talk to you again.
Okay, well, I'm just here. Like, this is what I'm choosing to do.
Okay.
So am I free to go?
What are you doing?
I'm just filming.
Filming what for?
Matters of public interest.
Matters of public interest. And what brings you here?
To film the police station.
But what for?
The public are interested in things like this.
So what do you do with your videos?
They'll just use it for my own recreation.
So tell me what you do with it.
I don't need to tell you.
I'm just interested to know.
Okay. Well.
So who's asked you to come?
Nobody. I've just come at my own discretion.
Have you been here before?
No.
Any other police stations?
No.
So what is it about Lewis that's drawn you here?
Nothing. I just happened to be here. Just thought I'd do a bit of sightseeing, photography, public photography. you mind identifying yourself?
Sergeant Bowery.
Is there anything I can do to help you? Like,
I'm just curious as to why you're here, that's all.
okay, like, rest assured, I've made assurances. There's no ill intent. Just a photographer. This is what I've chosen to film today. Are we happy with that?
We can't really back that up, can we? 'Cause we don't know who you are.
To verify that before we...
You don't have to verify anything. I'm in a public place.
Details, it might help us.
I'm not going to give any details, though.
Well, that kind of just raises suspicion, doesn't it?
Why? What's suspicious about this?
Because nobody else, for the entire time I've been working here...
Okay, well,
so that raises suspicion.
Well, there's a first time for everything. I mean, I don't need to...
Trying to hide your details, which also raises suspicion.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I don't have, I'm here in public. My face isn't covered. I'm not trying to hide anything. I've explained to you why I'm here. I don't feel like I need to account for my presence.
Okay, mate. Well, look, this is very, whether you think it's all right, this is very unusual circumstances.
Okay.
And you're not giving us your details, which just raises suspicion. You're filming a police station.
I understand.
You've freely admitted to us, okay? So this time you're detained for a search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, okay?
Buckle up, because this is the climax where everything comes to a head. A sergeant steps in, the tone sharpens, and despite all explanations, the decision is made: detention under the Terrorism Act. That's a huge escalation from simply filming in public. The auditor challenges the grounds, but the officers push forward anyway. This final moment captures the entire conflict in one scene. Rights asserted, authority enforced, and a situation that started simple ending in serious legal action. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.